In this session, we will see the analysis of current amplifier with feedback, which is also called as shunt series amplifier. Here we are going to consider the practical case. So we will consider a practical case where the feedback network loads the input and output side of the feed-forward amplifier. As we have seen previously, the feed-forward amplifier is a current amplifier. Input impedance is Ri, input current is Ii. There is a current controlled current source which is given by Ai into Ii, and the output impedance is equal to Ro. This is feed-forward amplifier, which is a current amplifier. Output quantity is a current, input quantity is a current. So the gain has units of ampere per ampere, or it is unitless. Now the feedback network has input as a current and output is also current. So in practical case, the feedback network has the input impedance which is equal to R22. The current we call it as IO, and the output side is current controlled current source whose value is beta into IO, and it has a output impedance of R11. So this is the practical case. The feedback network is not ideal. It has finite input impedance and finite output impedance. In ideal case, the input impedance would have been 0 and the output impedance would have been infinite. So this is the feedback network. When we combine them in a practical situation, we will get a circuit something like this. We have feed forward amplifier with input impedance is equal to Ri, input current equal to Ii. Then we have current controlled current source Ai into Ii, and then we have output impedance is equal to Ro. Now we have to sense current. So the input side of the feedback network should be placed in series with the output of feed forward amplifier. So this is equal to R22, and the output side of the feedback network, it consists of the current controlled current source beta into I naught. This current is I naught, and the impedance is equal to R11. This is R11. As current has to be subtracted, it should be placed in parallel with input side of the feed forward amplifier. So this current is If. So this is the input current source Is, and its own impedance is Rs. This is Rs. So, and we have non-zero load impedance for the complete amplifier, which we show it by RL. This current is equal to IO. So this complete part is the practical feedback network. Practical feedback network. While this part is the feed forward amplifier. This is feed forward amplifier. Now we have to analyze this circuit to find out closed loop parameters like closed loop gain, closed loop input impedance, and closed loop output impedance. Now as this is with the loading effect of feedback network, we should find out the open loop gain with loading effect and the feedback factor beta. So first we will see how to calculate the open loop gain, but it is with loading effect. Which is shown by AI open. So feedback should be destroyed, but the resistance R11 and R22 should remain in the circuit. So for this, as we have done in the previous cases also, the feedback network has to be duplicated on input side of the feed forward amplifier as well as on the output side of the feed forward amplifier. So we have this is a feed forward amplifier, this is Ri, this current is II, AI into II, and this is output impedance of it, which is equal to RO. We have the current source IS and its source resistance RS. Now we will duplicate the feedback network on input as well as on output side. So feedback network on the output side, there is a current source beta into I naught. Output impedance is equal to R11. So it should be placed in parallel with it, and this is the input side. So this current is I naught. Similarly, so this is this complete circuit is the feedback network. This is the feedback network. Similarly, we will duplicate it on output side of the feed forward amplifier. So it has RL, this is R22, this current is IO. On this side there is current controlled current source beta into I naught, and we have R11. So this is the feedback network, again duplicated on this side. So this is also feedback network. Now what to do with the input terminals of feedback network which is connected on the input side of the feed forward amplifier? We have to see. Similarly, we have to decide on what to do with the terminals, output terminals of the feedback network which is connected on the output side of the feed forward amplifier. We have to see. Now only R11 should be included. So beta into I naught, that is current controlled current source, should be open circuited. For this to happen, we have to make I0 equal to 0, and for this terminal should be open circuited. Then I0 will be equal to 0 beta into I0 will be 0, so it is current source should be open circuited, so only R11 will remain into the circuit. Similarly, in order to make the only effect of R22 on the output side of the feed forward amplifier, this should be short circuited. This should be short circuited. So output side of the feedback network should be short circuited. So if I short circuit it, what will happen? This R11 will not come into picture, and we have only R22 in the circuit. So it is short circuited. As has been told previously, if the connection is in parallel, then that side of the feedback network should be short circuited. If it is a series connection, then that side of the feedback network should be open circuited. So this is in order to include the loading effect. This current is IO. So we get the resultant circuit, the feedback has been destroyed, and if we calculate the gain using this circuit, we will get the open loop gain with loading effect. The reason is the feedback has been destroyed. We have made IF equal to 0, but the resistance R11 and R22, they are still in picture. So the gain calculated will be open loop gain but with loading effect. So this is the procedure that is used for calculating the open loop gain AI open with the loading effect. Second is to calculate the calculation of feedback factor. Feedback factor beta. So I will again draw the feedback network. This is beta into I0. This is R11, and on this side this is R22. We have to find beta, so we should know what is I0. So the known current source I0 is connected on the input side of the feedback network, and we have to find out the value of beta. So in order to nullify the effect of R11, the output terminal should be short circuited. So whenever it is short circuited, the current flowing through this will be equal to IF, but the output terminals are short circuited, so VF is equal to 0. So in this case we can see that IF is equal to beta into I0, because R11 is short circuited, no current is going to flow through R11, and we can calculate beta as IF divided by I0 to show that it is under the condition that the output terminals are short circuited. We write it as VF is equal to 0. So we should apply the known current source I0 on the input side of the feedback network. The output terminals of the feedback network should be short circuited, and we should find out the current IF. In this configuration, the IF by IO ratio will give us the feedback factor beta. Okay, so this is the way by which we calculate the feedback factor. Remember that the feedback current and the output current, that is IO, should always flow into the circuit. So by this method we will calculate the feedback factor beta. Now we will see one example based on this particular method. So we will take this circuit. So we are going to solve one example. In this case, the circuit that we considered for ideal case, we will take the same example. So we have RD MOSFET. The input quantity is a current. So the current source has its own impedance. So this is I in, this is RS. The output side is connected to another NMOS. So this is M1, this is M2. This current is I out. This is VDD. So we insert a resistance RS so that current is converted into voltage. To sense current, we know that always we insert a very small resistance in series with it. And then we have the feedback resistance RF. So this is RF. So this is the circuit. Current is sensed and current is subtracted. So it is a current feedback. So in order to find out, first we will see the calculation of beta. Calculation of beta. So we should draw the feedback network. Here feedback network consists of RF and RS. This is the input side of the feedback network, and this is output side. This is the input side of the feedback network. This is input side. We know that we should apply the known current source. Anything you can say it, I will call it as IO, and the output terminal should be short circuited, and the current flowing through this is IF. So you can see that this plus minus VF is equal to 0. So we have to find out IF in terms of IO. So we can see that we can apply the current division rule. So this current is IO into RS divided by RS plus RF. It is a simple current division rule. So this current is the current flowing through RF from right to left, but IF is from left to right. So this is equal to minus IF. So from this we can see that IF by IO, this is under the condition of VF is equal to 0, is equal to minus RS divided by RS plus RF, is nothing but feedback factor beta. So it's a negative quantity. So practically, if the feedback factor is negative, your open loop gain should be also negative, so that the loop gain becomes positive, so as to have negative feedback. So we will check it. In order to, so second thing that we have to calculate is the open loop gain with loading effect. With loading effect, which we show it as AI open. So for this, the feedback network has to be duplicated on input and output side. So I will do in the same circuit. The feedback network has to be duplicated on input and output side. So I will just delete this and I will duplicate it on both sides. So we have RF and here is RS. RS1 we will call it as, because RS has been used here. Similarly on this side, this is RS1, RS2 we will call it because it is in series of in source terminal of M2. So RS2 and RF. So it has been duplicated on both input side and output side of the feed forward amplifier. As per our case, the input side of the feedback network should be open circuited because there is a series connection on the output side of the feed forward amplifier, so it should be open circuited, while output side of the feedback network should be short circuited because there is a parallel connection. So this is connected to ground while this is kept open circuit. This is open circuit. Now from this we can see that the value of VGS1 for MOSFET M1 can be written as IN multiplied by RS parallel RF plus RS2. Right, so this is the value of VGS1. So if I say this is X, so Vx is equal to minus GM1 into RD into VGS1. Output voltage is equal to gain multiplied by input voltage. So which is equal to minus GM1 into RD into VGS1 is RS parallel RF plus RS2 into IN. This is Vx, and the IOUT can be written as, so you can see IOUT is equal to GM2 into VGS2, GM2 into VGS2. So it is equal to GM2, VGS2 is Vx minus, you can see it as Vx minus IOUT multiplied by RS2 parallel RF, RS2 parallel RF. So which I can write it as IOUT 1 plus GM2 RS2 parallel RF is equal to GM2 into Vx. Right, and Vx we already have the expression for Vx, which is equal to minus, so this is GM2 and Vx is minus GM1, so minus sign I have already written, GM1 RD into RS parallel RF plus RS2 into IN into IN. So this is the expression for the IOUT. This is the relationship between IOUT and IN. Now from this we can write the expression for IOUT divided by IN equal to minus GM1 GM2 into RD multiplied by RS parallel RF plus RS2 divided by 1 plus GM2 into RS2 parallel RF. This is the gain for, or this is the equation for AI open. Okay, so as I discussed previously, this is the negative quantity, and then we get AI closed equal to AI open divided by 1 plus beta into AI open. So we can write it as minus GM1 GM2 RD into RS parallel RF plus RS2 divided by 1 plus GM2 into RS2 parallel RF whole divided by 1 plus beta is negative, beta is minus RS divided by RS plus RF minus RS divided by RS plus RF. Okay, so that is the beta. So it is RS2, sorry, this is RS2 plus RF. Feedback factor is with respect to RS2 and RF. So it is RS2 plus RF into minus GM1 GM2 into RD into RS parallel RF plus RS2 divided by 1 plus GM2 RS2 parallel RF. So you can see that this minus minus becomes plus. So this is the expression for AI closed. You can simplify it further. Similarly, we can find out the expression for what is called as closed loop input impedance, which is R in closed. As we know that there is a parallel combination on input side. You can see that there is a parallel combination on input side, parallel connection on input side in this case. Whenever there is a parallel connection, the input impedance will reduce. So Rin open will be divided by 1 plus loop gain. On the output side, there is a series connection. Whenever there is a series connection, impedance will increase. So output impedance will increase by a factor 1 plus loop gain. So R out open will be multiplied by 1 plus loop gain in this case. So for a given circuit, you can see that the total input impedance is with loading effect is, if I include RS also, it is RS parallel RF plus RS2. So Rin open, this is with loading effect. Rin open is equal to RS parallel RF plus RS2. So Rin closed, as I said, there is a parallel connection on the input side. So it will be Rin open divided by 1 plus beta into AI open. So the expression, you know it, you have to just substitute it. I will not going to do it. Rin open is given here. beta is calculated previously, which is equal to minus RS2 divided by RS2 plus RF, and AI open is a negative quantity which has been explained here. AI open, so that can be substituted here to get the value of R enclosed. The fourth quantity is the closed loop output impedance, which is R out closed. As an example, I am solving this. It is not asked in the problem to find out R in closed and R out closed, but you can see that in the circuit with loading effect, the resistance seen by I out is RS2 parallel RF. So R out open is RS2 parallel RF. So it is R out open is equal to RS2 parallel RF. There is a series connection on the output side of the feed forward amplifier. So R out closed will be equal to R out open multiplied by loop gain, which is 1 plus beta times AI open. So you have to R out open is given here, beta is calculated, AI open is calculated. You have to substitute the value to get the final expression for R out closed. So this completes our analysis of 4 types of amplifiers, that is voltage amplifier, transconductance amplifier, transimpedance amplifier, and current amplifier. In both cases, that is ideal situation where the feedback network doesn't load the feed forward amplifier, and practical case where there is a loading effect. Now for analysis of this complete current amplifier in practical case, you can go through this slide. So whatever steps that I told you during this session has been explained here, and the same problem has been solved here. But here I have not calculated what is R in closed and R out closed. You can calculate it using the method that we have discussed. Thank you.